Hi, I'm Jason Gore for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at Court and Spark by Joni Mitchell, the one step from Mobile Fidelity.
Big shelf.
So anybody on this channel knows how big of a fan I am of Joni Mitchell, how long I've been waiting for this particular release. There's a number of videos on this channel actually that talk specifically about Court and Spark. It is, if not my favorite Joni record, certainly among. That doesn't say anything. What did I did pick it? Sure, the first three songs on this are the greatest three things that she ever recorded. That span, just absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. The rest of the record is pretty damn good. This is that beautiful transition between the folk stuff she was doing right into the jazz stuff that she do with the equally magnificent Mingus. Um, just incredible band, Tom Scott. Just great stuff. And I've been super excited to actually be able to listen to this. I have a number of very silly versions of this, so what's not to love? We've talked about the quad version before. I have a DCC. I have all kinds of versions, and I'll be very interested to see how 45 RPM treats this particular record. The one steps from Mobile Fidelity are now released on a much more shelf-friendly box size. Everything's sort of stuck in this way. It no longer opens up like the old school Mobile Fidelity UHQRs before AP took over. But yeah, here we have. And what number I have? I got number 2677 of 5,000. So Ms. Mitchell's magnificent Court and Spark being treated and presented on two records. Now to open this up so that I can sort of still treat it as a way of sliding the records out is what I'm attempting to do without leaving scores on the records themselves. I don't know how effectively I'm doing this, but you know, it's worth a shot. Sort of peel it over a little bit. I butchered it, but it's fine. I didn't butcher the record. I just butchered the cellophane a little bit. And that will be dealt with afterwards. So, records itself, sort of not really embossed. A little bit, I guess it's a little bit textured. Yeah. Version of the cover, sticker on the front. Slide these guys out. This is the problem. Not the easiest things to get out without killing everything. I love it. With the plastic on, trying to get the records out is somewhat amusing. There we go. So you have, rather than a new version of the cover, like Analog Production stuff, we've shown this before, that Mobile Fidelity does a sort of simplified version of it, just nicely printed. And on the inside, you have the lyrics as per, and the photo as per the original. We'll dig into this when we actually do a listening session. And then we've been getting these essays. This one is from Bob Gendron, a music enthusiast, editor, and critic, longtime regular contributor to Chicago Tribune, and the author of Gentlemen. He also wrote Tone Audio, etc., etc. And he has the absolute honor and pleasure and privilege. I'm guessing pleasure. I'm going with privilege of getting to write about Court and Spark. Again, it never feels particularly premium or high end, but it's nice that we actually have a reproduction at least. What is premium and high end is how they actually do this. And you see what they're doing now is that one reason it was actually a relative challenge to get out. In order to prevent seam splits during shipping, they are shipping these with the records outside of them. But it doesn't mean it's super tight in there. Once these are in there, it'll actually weirdly slide a little bit more based on the texture on this. So this is that sort of non-oleophobic, oil not problematic versions of these sort of glossy sleeves. Really lovely sleeves. This is where you actually see this sort of premium element. This happens to be LP2. This happens to be LP1. There you go. Court and Spark, Help Me, and Freeman in Paris in 45 RPM on side one. This is the good stuff. We have the straight cardboard insert to try to prevent those seam splits that we've seen before, and that's how the records will actually slide in between those. The records themselves individually sleeved on MoFi, ye old rice paper sleeves, and the records themselves, this happens to be side 3 again, are on their ultra disc super vinyl compound. And the compound, yeah, it's a lighter gray. I think that they've switched the compound slightly, so instead of being the sort of coffee color, it's impossible to see it on this camera, but think of it as sort of like almost like a graphite, but it's still translucent. It looks immaculately pressed. My understanding is that a bunch of these will now be pressed at MoFi's new plant rather than at RTI or one of the other plants. And yeah, looks as perfect as one would hope. No blemishes, no whatever. I mean, that's interesting. There's side two, People's Parties, and the same situation. So yeah, side two has 2 tracks on it, and then it's going to be hard to see. But maybe on that angle, I don't know. You see where I go with all the lights you get to see. But a lot of that record is actually taken up by just quote unquote dead wax. But that's okay because records sound the best on the outside. Hence, 12-inch singles. You get a lot more bass and a lot more ability for the tracks to spell out. This is not the longest record in the world, but it's certainly one of the best. So I'm excited to hear this on 45 RPM. That is our quick look at Cord and Spark, this magnificent, magnificent record by Joni Mitchell. I cannot wait to take a proper listen to this. Frankly, I can't wait to get my main cartridge back, but that's a whole nother conversation. Pay attention when you're actually dropping your needle, your cartridge on your record, because occasionally it slips and occasionally you do lots of damage to your thing. I have a replacement now working, so I'll have a chance to listen. But yeah, just a heads up for you vinyl heads that sometimes indeed streaming is a lot easier. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Join us on... How about this? How about we subscribe? How about you follow us on social media? And how about you leave a comment below and let me know how coherent I've been in this video. Really appreciate everything that you guys do on this channel to actually support us. And go to thatshelf.com and read some of the stuff that we have up there. That'd be fantastic. All the best. We'll talk soon. Take care.